Hi, Brian Stecker here again. Today I want to give you a leg workout for men and women over the ages of 50 and 60 who have bad knees. The reason I want to make this video for you is a number of you went through my past videos or when I work with clients one-on-one here at the gym at Boomer Fitness, I often get my knees hurt, my knees are sore, I can't do that exercise because of my knees. So in the video today, I'm gonna give you a workout if you're having trouble with your knees that are gonna help strengthen up different muscle groups, which will help your knees start to feel better. If you haven't done already, I want you to make sure you subscribe to the channel and like this video, and then make sure you click that little notification button so you're notified of any other future videos that I come out with. And the reason why you want to do that is to get more great training tips for men and women over the age of 50 and 60. So who am I? I'm Brian Stecker. I've been a trainer for the past 16 years, personal trainer of the year, and then also have owned Boomer Fitness for the past 8 years, where my team and myself train people over ages of 40, 50, and 60. Now that we've got that out of the way, I want to hop right into the exercises that are going to help you with your bad knees. All right, the first two exercises that I want to show you are hip extension exercises. They're going to train the opposing muscle groups of your quadriceps. You see, a lot of times when people have bad knees, those opposing muscle groups aren't as strong or have the same conditioning level. And I'm going to give you two options so you can decide which ones that you want to do. The first exercise is a kettlebell deadlift. This exercise is going to be strengthening the glutes, hamstrings, and a number of other muscles. The reason why I like to start off with a kettlebell deadlift is because you have a little bit more freedom with the movement, meaning you can set your feet up at different angles. You can go wider with your feet, more narrow with your feet, turn your toes out. So it works with somebody who may not have the best range of motion to start off with. So what we're gonna do is, how you're gonna do this exercise is you're gonna just stand over the top of the kettlebell so you have a good center, the weight with the center of your body. What you'll do then is you're gonna drive your hips back, and notice my back is nice and flat. You're gonna grab a hold of the kettlebell. You're not rounding your back, okay? That's what I mean. So your back's nice and flat. You got a hold of the kettlebell, and then you're just gonna stand nice and tall. Bring those hips through. Deep breath in, and then exhale. Deep breath in, and exhale. If you have really tight hip flexors, what you can do is you can then also, or tightness in your low back, you can work on your mobility in the meantime. If you're looking for some good mobility exercises, we'll make sure we'll link one of those videos down below to teach you how to keep working on your mobility. Things you could do is you could set this on a step to decrease that range of motion, or the other thing you could do is you could go wider on your feet. I would do that exercise for 10 to 12 repetitions to start off with. The second exercise that you can progress to, most of your commercial gyms or most of your gyms that specialize in training with people who are over 40, 50, or 60, is the trap bar deadlift. The power of the trap bar deadlift is that it alleviates pressure off your back. When you have a typical barbell in the front of your body, it puts more stress on your low back. Trap bar deadlift just lets you get a better center of gravity by standing in the middle of this barbell. The other thing it lets you do, it lets you load the glutes and hamstrings more and give you more of that progressive overload with more resistance than you would, AKA the kettlebell. So how this exercise works is you're gonna just stand right in the middle of the trap bar, feet underneath your hips, and then you're gonna drop those hips back. Again, hips are nice and flat, tight grip, and then you're just gonna bring your hips back through. Deep breath in, and exhale. Deep breath in, exhale. Strengthen those glutes and hamstrings. Awesome. So those are those first two exercises I want you to do. I want you to do 3 rounds of this exercise. And if you're looking for another way to progress with it, every week you could add another set. A lot of research shows out there 3 sets will allow you to get the adaptations you want, all the way up to the minimal return right around 6 sets. So easy way to progress this, start with 3 rounds. Next week do a 4th round. Week after that do a 5th round, a 6th round. And then if you want to recover, then you just go back and you start with 3 rounds again with more of a load or a different exercise. Let's progress to the second circuit of exercises. All right, so the next circuit, I'm gonna give you 2 different exercises that you can do, and I'm gonna give you 2 progression exercises that you can also do. All right, so that first exercise is a leg curl machine. All right, so what's nice about the leg curl machine is you're gonna be strengthening the hamstrings, and when you're working the opposing muscle group, like the hamstrings, you're gonna be stretching out the quads, and for most people, they've got tight hip flexors, so it'll help with your mobility. So first thing you're gonna do is you're just gonna lie down here, and you're gonna pull your toes forward, head's in a neutral position, pull through the heels. You're gonna go up on a count of 1, squeeze those hamstrings, and then down on a count of 3. So people always ask me, how fast should I go? Usually, if you're going up on a count of 3, down on a count of 3, 6 seconds seems to be the maximum amount of time under tension that you can get good adaptations. So you can choose like up on 1, down on 3. You'll do this exercise for 12 to 15 repetitions. As you progress over, and usually for a progression, you're doing an exercise program for 6 to 8 weeks, your body will start adapting to that. So a great exercise that you can progress with here is a stability ball leg curl. So with the stability ball leg curl here, it's just gonna give you more of a challenge. What you'll do is you're just gonna lie on your back. You're gonna center your feet on top of the ball, okay? You're gonna put your hands down at your side. You're then going to drive your hips up, curl in, bring your foot back down. So drive those hips up, glutes, hamstrings, curling in, hamstrings, back down. And you'll repeat that for 12 to 15 repetitions. So that's the first exercise. As soon as you finish either one of these exercises, you'll progress over to the next one, taking 30 to upwards to 90 seconds of rest before going into the next exercise. All right, the next exercise we're gonna do is a split squat or a reverse lunge. So the reason why I like to do the split squat, it helps people who are 50 and 60. They tell me, hey, I want to start working on my balance. It's one of the things I noticed that has started to decrease over time. So the first exercise is split squat, so we can work on that balance. But also, if you're having trouble with your knees, usually it's because you have tight hip flexors. So the split squat allows you to stretch out your hip flexors. So you're gonna start off with your feet together and then step away 2 to 3 feet away from the midline of your body. Back foot, you're gonna be on the ball of your foot. If you have balance issues, you can use a bench or a wall to support yourself. The other point I want you to do is work through your range of motion. So as you do this exercise, you'll begin to lower down, right? And so if you have stiff hip flexors or tightness in your knees, you can just go through this range of motion here. Or if you have the full range of motion, hamstring, calf, press through the middle of the foot and back up. Deep breath in and exhale. Easy way to remember to breathe is just count. So that's number 3, because whenever we're talking, we're breathing. 4, 5, and then repeat. You want to start with that less dominant side first. All right, so there you have the split squat, and you can do that on supportive also. The next progression, say you're going through this routine and you went through it that first 6 to 8 weeks, the next exercise that you can progress to is a reverse lunge. I like the reverse lunge because it takes pressure off your knee, and also it helps develop that, that balance that we were talking about earlier. So how you want to approach it is very simple. Is start with your less dominant side first, and then you'll go reverse lunge. Oftentimes I get asked by people, should I do them all on one leg or should I do them all on the other leg? Now, it depends on your conditioning. If your one leg has really good conditioning, I would do them all on one side. What I find with most people starting off is that their conditioning is up to par. So when you do that reverse lunge and you're coming back and you're going reverse lunge to the other side, what are you doing? You're giving that other leg a break. So you can just alternate sides. As your conditioning gets better, you then can do them all on one side, which would be your less dominant side, and then progress to the other side. All right, I would do this circuit 2 to 3 times, and I would do 10 to 12 repetitions for each one of those exercises. Let's progress to the final circuit of 3 exercises, so that way you can get pressure off your knees and make your knees feel better, down below, let me know, how are you liking this workout so far? And can you notice already how much better your knees are gonna be by doing these exercises? All right, so let's go into the last circuit here. So the first exercise that I'm gonna teach you is for hip abduction. A lot of times we're not working in that funnel plane or moving in that plane on a day-to-day basis. So the first exercise that you can do is just a standing hip abduction. So what you're gonna do is just gonna have your foot aligned up with your front foot, and you're just gonna reach 2 to 3 feet away from the midline of your body, and you're gonna come back under control. All right? And you're gonna do this for 12 to 15 repetitions. If you're a little afraid with your balance, you can use this for support if need be. Okay, use the wall for support or a bar for support. Now the progression to that exercise is you may have one of these hip abduction machines in the gym. It's just gonna let you get an external load to help you adapt, okay? Because an exercise program is only as good as it takes you to adapt to it, okay? Because your body wants the path to least resistance to getting result. And when you progress, you're gonna have a better quality of life from doing that also. All right, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna just put this strap around your ankle. You're then gonna use something for support if you need it. That foot's over the front of the midline of your body. You're gonna come across. You're gonna pull through your heel. You're gonna come out 2 to 3 feet and then back under control on a count of 3. Out on a count of 1 and then back on a count of 3. Once you master this one, you can then go into a lateral lunge. Lateral lunge, simply chest tall. You're gonna step out, keep that plant leg straight, drive that hip back, drive through the heel, back to center. Stepping out, drop that hip down, back to center. All right? Do 12 to 15 repetitions. Next exercise in the circuit is a single leg RDL. Now, with the single leg RDL, you can use a wall for support on this one. What you're gonna do is you're just gonna be on one leg, okay? Preferably less dominant leg first. What you'll do then is have about a 5 to 15 degree bend in the knee, and then what you'll do is drive that hip back, reaching down, stretch the hamstring, moving that hip back forward. Drive the hip back, nice stretch to the hamstring, pulling that hip back through. And again, once you get that balance, the progression over time, what you'll do is you'll go on one foot, find a fixed point in front of you, keep your eye focused on that. That's gonna help with your balance. Drive that hip back, and then pull that hip back through. Chest nice and tall, drive the hip back, and then pull that hip back through. Do 12 to 15 repetitions on each leg. And then the last exercise in the circuit is a hip raise. This exercise is great because it is going to be working those glutes and those hamstrings. All right, so the first thing that you can do is there's 2 progressions to this also, actually 3. But I'm just gonna give you 2 today. Keep you around, you can stick around future videos and find the 3rd one. All right, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna put your hand on your thighs, you're gonna press to those heels, drive your hips tall, down under control. Breathing out, deep breath in. All right, you're gonna do that for 15 to 20 repetitions. Once that becomes easier for you over the next 6 to 8 weeks, all right, is you can bring a bench into this. Bring your feet over the top of the bench, hands on your thigh, you'll press to the heels, down under control. Breathing out, deep breath in. Awesome, 15 to 20 repetitions. All right, I would do this circuit 2 to 3 times. Advanced tips that you can take is just bring a notepad and keep notes so that way you can see how your progression week to week. Write down how many reps you're doing, how your balance is doing, if you added any weight to the exercises. So down below in the comment section, let me know how you've done with this program, if you've completed the program and the different progressions, or just let me know what you want to see in future videos as I read all the comments, if they're good ones, and I will bring you more great content like this. Have a great day. All right, if you really enjoyed this video today, I'm excited for you because myself and my team work with people who are ages of 50 and 60 on a daily basis with our online program or here at Boomer Fitness. All you have to do is down below in the top pinned comment, just click on the link and that'll take you to my scheduling page where you and I can hop on a phone together and see if working together would be a great fit, where we can help you reach those results. You'll talk to me personally. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Click that like button so you can spread this information to other people ages of 50 and 60. And let me know down in the comment section, what was your favorite part of this video?